going to do lesson 14, which is called Finding the Determinants. Determinants, there are different ways to evaluate a determinant. The easiest way is to do what we have here. Now, this kind of looks like, when you're finding a determinant, it kind of looks like an absolute value, kind of looks like a matrix. It's actually neither one of them. Okay? Whenever you have a matrix, something that looks like a matrix in between these straight lines here, that's always for a determinant. Alright, so how we're going to do this is when it's a 2 by 2 determinant here, the easiest way to do it is just to take and multiply your diagonal left to right, going down left to right, so down minus the up. Alright, so when we're doing this, we come over here, and to do this first one, we're going to go down minus up. So we've got 0 times negative 3 minus negative 4 times 12. And then you just do the math from here. 0 times negative 3 is 0, minus negative 4 times 12 is negative 48. We add those together, or minus and minus make a plus. So then our answer here is 48. Okay, so when we're evaluating always means solve. When we're evaluating this one, we see an answer of 48 to come out of that. With our next one, we're doing the exact same thing. We're taking down minus up. So 10 times negative 2 minus 4 times negative 7. And then we're just doing the math. 10 times negative 2 is negative 20, minus 4 times negative 7 is negative 28, minus and a minus make a plus, negative 20 plus 28 is 8. Alright, you can absolutely have negative numbers in here, it just so happens that these worked out to be positive. Just remember, these do not mean absolute value. Alright, for our next one, we have an expression in there. We're doing the same thing though. We're also told what it equals, which is nice. We just got to figure out what x is here. Alright, we're going to do it the same way though. Down minus up. So 3 times 5 is 15, minus 2 times x minus 1. Remember, distributive property, this 2 is going to be multiplied by both of these. So we've got 2x minus 2. I put that in parentheses because this minus sign on the outside still affects both of these. So then, when we run that minus sign through, we've got a negative 2x plus 2 now, equals 19. Now, we're ready to solve for x. We combine like terms. So we've got 17 on this side, we subtract that over. So we get a negative 2x equals 2. So x equals negative 1. Alright, and that's just solving for x once we use our determinant formula there. Alright, 2 by 2's, down minus up. We also have 3 by 3's. 3 by 3's are a little bit more confusing. It does take more work to do here. Alright, every time you see a 3 by 3 determinant though, your first step is to look at the first 2 columns. We're going to recopy the first 2 columns. So negative 2, 0, 3, 1, 1, negative 1. Alright, now, on the last one, 2 by 2, it was just down minus up. Well, for 3 by 3, it's the same thing, but we're going to take all of our down ones. So we're going to take this first one, and this second one, and this third one. Alright, and what we're going to do with that is our first diagonal, we're going to multiply all of these together. And our second one, we're going to multiply them all together. And our third one, we're also going to multiply together. Alright, and then what we're going to do with those is we're going to add these all together here. So, this turns into a negative 20 plus, let's see, that is a negative 15 plus 0. So when we add all these together, we end up with a negative 35 here for all of the down ones. 4, then we've got to go back and do all of the ones going up also. So we're going to take those 3, and those 3, and those 3. So we've got 3 times 1 times 4 plus -1 times -5 times -2 plus 10 times 0 times 1. All right, and then we're gonna do the same concept here. So 12 plus -10 plus 0. When we add all those together, we get a 2. Now what we did before is we took the down minus the up. We're going to do the same thing here. Here's our down, here's our up. We're going to take -35, so it's down minus up. We're going to take our -35 minus 2, and we end up with a -37 for our answer here. Always down minus up, recopy the first 2 columns, and then you take the 3 downs minus the 3 ups. Alright, same thing here. First step, recopy the first 2 columns. Then take your diagonals. So 3 times 7 times 0 plus -1 times 4 times -2 plus 2 times 2 times -1. Those are the 3 ones going down. So this is 0 plus 8 plus -4. Then going up, we have -2 times 7 times 2 plus -1 times 4 times 3 plus 0 times 2 times -1. So -28 plus -12 plus 0. Alright, so for our ones going down, we have a 4 minus the ones going up, we have a -40. Minus and a minus make a plus. Our answer is 44. Alright, one more. A triangle with the vertices here has an area equal to the absolute value of this thing. Alright, now this would be very helpful in what we have to do here. We need to find the area of this triangle. Now, what we used to have to do was we used to have to graph this out. Alright, so 1, -1, -2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, -3. Now to find the area of the triangle, we've got to do 1/2 base times height. Well, who wants to find the base and the height of that triangle? That's just a mess. Well, what this equation does is this helps simplify things. Alright? All you have to do is you just got to plug things in the way that it says here. So, x1, y1, it doesn't matter what order you put these in, you just got to put the ordered pairs on top of each other in the right spots. So -2, -2, 3, 5, 6, -3. And then we're going to put these ones down here because we need a square determinant here. Alright, they're not going to change the answers at all, they're just going to help us be able to do this. So our first step is recopy the first 2 columns. Then we got to find the determinant of this part. Leave the 1/2 for later. We don't have to worry about it right now. So if we do this, we've got -10 plus -9 plus -12. So for the ones going down, we have -31. For going up, we have 30 plus 6 plus negative 6. So 30 plus 6 minus 6 is 30. And then we've got to take the down minus the up. So that is a negative 61. Now what the heck does that mean? It means nothing yet because we're not done yet. All right, first of all, it says we've got to take the absolute value of this, and we've got to take into account this 1/2. All right, well, we can take the 1/2 times the 61, or negative 61, to get a negative 30.5, and then we've got to take the absolute value of that yet. So our answer here is 30.5. And think about it, how long would it have taken you to find what you would have had to have done last year was you would have had to find the distance here, which is distance formula. Then you've got to find the perpendicular height to this, so you've got to figure out where these two lines cross, and then find the slope, and then find the distance between those two. It is a long, complicated mess. This equation gets us to this answer really quickly. The only thing that we're missing here is our label, all right? We don't have any label up here, so what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to say that this is 30.5 units squared, all right? Any questions at all on determinants, please let me know.